everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Backs will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Deshaun Watson's Texans going up against McCarron's Bengals.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now McCarron throwing on second. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go now.
And he motions the wide receiver. Now here's McCarron on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Second down following the run. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Watson so dangerous with his legs in college, and nothing's changed here as he picks up the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins shift together here from the D-line. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Texans coming up on 1st and goal. Remember, last year they struggled to rush the ball in the end zone. Only 8 touchdowns on the ground, second fewest in the league. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. This is the running back, Blue. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Watson on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio. Let's go. Red 38. Flex round. Flex round.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Back to throw, Watson. Buying time to his left. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will extend their lead. this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say. Yeah,
only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, here's McCarron. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Every time you throw an incompletion, you think, boy, that's a wasted opportunity, don't you?
Yeah, because last year they were number 2 against the pass towards this Houston defense.
And J.J. Watt is back for all of 2017. They'll be that much stronger.
Fielded just inside the 30. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Watson, option left. 40 despite powering through the tackle. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Watson now to throw on 2nd down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not great starting field position here for the offense. After the INT, it's McCarron. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
Being chased out left. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
So it'll be first down here after the run. And the play clock's running down. Throwing on first. Here's McCarron. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They begin with a run by Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, it was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Normally when I talk about DeAndre Hopkins, I'm talking about accomplishments. In this case, I'm remembering that he lost nearly 600 yards in receiving from 2015. He had less than 1,000 last year.
Yeah, and his touchdowns dropped from 11 to 4, so now he's hoping for more consistent quarterback play. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Oh, now Miller's slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's looking for a bargain in the NFL draft, and I don't think anyone got a bigger one than Cincinnati getting Joe Mixon in the 2nd round.
He keeps moving east. He was born in California, then to Oklahoma, and now finding a home in the Queen City.
And I don't think it'll take him too terribly long to have a real impact on that city in terms of how he plays the game, because he can run it, catch it, he can do it all.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. McCarron to throw on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Have the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw is McCarron. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
play fake here on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And some strong running. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If Joe Mixon plays up to his potential, Cincinnati got a draft steal getting him in the 2nd round.
Strong runner. He's built like a rock, 230 pounds.
Yeah, and he moves like a little guy. All right, he's one of those players that you can use in any situation. Short yardage runner. Heck, you want to get him to the perimeter, he can take off and beat you with his speed, and definitely catches the ball in the backfield.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. A.J. Green last year a career low in yardage of his 6 NFL seasons. It was the first one he didn't post 1,000 yards.
I was there against Buffalo when he pulled a hamstring early in the game and missed the rest of the season. So that's why the numbers were down. A healthy A.J. Green, we know what we're going to get. Big-time production.
Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now McCarron. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarron. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Again, it's Miller. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And the D looking like they may blitz. To throw is Watson. On third down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter, to kick it away as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They are going for it. Here's Watson, and it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
McCarron now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. McCarron. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Marvin Lewis sends on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
On 1st down, Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. Watson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Come on, let's go.
from the red zone now. Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans add on. And the lead is now an even 30. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now McCarron throwing on second. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 3rd down. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Matt Darr now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Watson, option left, shrugs him off. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Johnson able to drop him for a loss of 4. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Shane Leckler now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
So you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the gun, it's McCarron. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now it's Miller. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Let's go.
1st and goal here from the 9. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here we go now.
To throw, it's McCarron. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
3-19.
To throw, McCarron. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Because he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, with that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This is Miller, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight, and he stopped immediately there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. On 4th down, Watson. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Watson down to throw, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Texans continue to pour it on. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing now is McCarron. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Zach Cunningham in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's McCarron to throw. And this is incomplete. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go! 190! 190!
Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down. They'll run with Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now running right through it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be second and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
McCarron going to try and throw on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now Mixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Oh, what a juke into space. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Ohio! Let's go!
Lamar Miller. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now it's Watson. And he slides to avoid the hit. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go! Ohio! Here we go!
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Shift together here from the D-line. Nixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run here with Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they run with Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
They'll give to the fullback on the dive. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 4. Now Bernard. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Right around the 31. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here.